What's up, nail geeks, and welcome to a new segment for the channel. We are very proud and happy to welcome KBShimmer to the channel, and I'm so excited to actually be able to show you guys their new collections. It's amazing. We have a variety of finishes to check out too. I am so excited that fall is here. It's almost like it just blew open the window and then it just kind of just threw itself in the south here. So without further ado, let's check out the polishes. First up is the Perfect Match. This is described as a pale silvery white polish with color shifting shimmer of coppery red to peach to orange to gold to lime at the most extreme angles with holographic flakes. This has a wonderful acrylic formula to it, and it does state in our PR notes that this is intended to be versatile as a topper. So of course, I glued up to that like, okay, this is going to be fantastic for the Will It Topper segment, and it did not disappoint. So I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, the formula is easy to build up. Even though it is intended to be versatile, I found that 2 to 3 coats was perfect, depending on what your free edge length is. I thought that 3 light coats on myself was the best, and it popped ridiculously well. It does dry down somewhat flat, so I think any glossy top coat's going to be perfect. It has this soft sort of pearly look that I think popped ridiculously well against me. And next is Core Values. This is described as a deep jewel toned red base with shifty glow in maroon to gold shift and pink at the furthest edges. This is lush. It's got a strong metallic feel on application, and it heavily flirts with being a foil-like finish. I think 2 coats across the board is perfect for opacity. I honestly did not see a need to go to a 3rd, which to me is very impressive when it comes to these strong metallic foily finishes. It's got that perfect amount of heaviness that just popped on the 2nd coat. This is cool toned in person, and of course reds give me trickiness and a little bit of trouble on my swatches, so please refer to my video portion for color accuracy. And next is Patch Things Up. This is described as a bold pumpkin colored red to orange base with gold shimmer that shifts to red to pink to lime in extreme angles. This is straight up foily goodness. This is what I would consider a true foil finish. It's got larger particle shimmer pieces in it that are so loud and wonderful on their own. It's giving you this strong, almost reflective like look. I think 2 coats is perfect. This had a very dense application to it, and I mean that in the best way possible, so I really can't see many needing to go to a 3rd coat. This is quite shifty in shaded lighting, and it does dry down flat, so I'm going to suggest a good glossy top coat. And next up is I Can't De-Cider. This is one of my top picks in the set. This is a cider-colored multi-chrome base loaded with hollow flakes, a copper shimmer that shifts yellow to gold to lime, and a rust orange at extreme angles. This is reminiscent, absolutely not a dupe, but reminiscent a little bit to that really interesting, weird color that I swatched on the potion video. And I'm finding that I'm really enjoying these colors. They're unique and different. And despite being on the warm side, I really like how they look on me. They're just popping very, very well. So I think medium to deep skin tones definitely want to gravitate towards this. This is very shifty in person. You're easily going to see that lovely cider-like orange, and at angles, there's this beautiful golden glow. Now, because it's so packed full of pigments, I'm going to suggest a thicker glossy top coat because it does dry down quite flat. And next is Go Big or Gourd Home. This is described as a shimmery pine green polish loaded with color shifting shimmer that shifts pink to coppery orange all the way to a warm gold at more extreme angles. This one was really interesting to me. In my opinion, it's another foil finish, and the base color, to my eyes, takes on more of a teal look to it. I can see where the green's coming from, but I feel like the pink primary shift to the shimmer is making it pull just a touch more teal in person. So on my monitor here, it looks to me like what I'm seeing in person, if that helps. I think 2 to 3 coats is perfect. This has a stronger jelly-like feel on application, but it's also got that metallic foil-like finish. So you'll definitely want to go in lighter on your coats given the squishy factor to prevent any sort of balding. Now this also dries down on the flat side too, typical of foil-like finishes and these larger particle size shimmers. So again, finish with a good glossy top coat. Or honestly, I can also see this looking really great matte too. And next is Ripped Apart, another one of my top picks. This is described as a deep navy blue base loaded with reflective glitter. I love reflective glitter finishes when they are dense like this. If, they're mixed in something else that has shimmer or whatever, that is what it is. But if you're going to do a reflective polish, this is definitely the finishes that I'm looking for. It's strong and pretty much in any lighting, you're going to see it sparkle, very reminiscent of a true micro glitter finish. I think 2 coats, maybe 3 if you have a thicker nail bed going on like myself because of the dip layer, then you might need 3 light coats. But regardless, go in just thinner on each of your layers and use the grit from the previous coat to make that second or third coat stick down really well. Dry time was excellent, so no issues with that. And you're going to definitely want to finish with a glitter smoothing top coat in addition to a glossy top coat, as this will dry down very flat and very thirsty and gritty. And here we've got Ready to Throw Down. This is a deep navy-based magnetic polish loaded with twinkling hollow flakes. The magnetic pigment shifts purple to fuchsia to rose pink tones. So when I initially swatched this one, I was paying attention to what it looked like before I used the magnet. And I decided instead of, going against my own personal grain and magnetizing each layer, I thought it was so pretty unmagnetized that I definitely wanted to go back to my roots and use the Magic Magnetic Top Coat so you guys could see it both ways. I think it looks fantastic and ultra glowy when you don't magnetize it. And then when you do, it's going to give you this really cosmic looking effect. It's like a very starry night sky with the flakes, and the backdrop gets real dark. And then the magnetic pigment easily shifts from a purpley pink to this really nice gold you can see there at more extreme angles. And next we've got Along for the Ride. This is described as a deepened purple multi-chrome base with a grape-like primary shift that goes from burgundy to magenta with holographic flakes. This is what I would consider more of a duochrome. I know lately we've been seeing, typically for multi-chrome finishes, there is this, massive color flip that you'll see. And this is more true to how multi-chromes looked back in the day. And I mean that in the best way possible. You're primarily going to see this velvety jewel toned purple, and you'll easily see at angles this lovely reddish sort of pinky burgundy type color. You can see it on my macro shot here. This has a very rich formula, so I think 2 coats is perfect. Just finish with a glossy, thicker top coat because it does dry down quite flat. And next we've got Let the Beet Drop. This is described as a deep purple leaning beet colored reflective polish. So this one is very similar to Ripped Apart in terms of formula. I think 2 to 3 coats is perfect. I stopped at 2 coats and it was just so lovely. I feel like jewel toned type burgundy-ish sort of colors like this flatter me the best because they are just so ridiculously cool toned. So if you are medium to deep skin toned, this is another one that you're going to really want to pick up. When you finish with a glossy top coat and a glitter smoother, you can see on my full hand shot here just how twinkly this one is. And lastly, we have the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to test whether or not polishes will pop over black, because if they pop over the darkest color, they will definitely layer up over additional colors, giving you different uses to use your polish. And the perfect match, I told you guys this was gonna look awesome over black. I think this is gonna look fantastic over other colors too. There's lots you can do with this. The shimmer just takes over everything. And core values, I was surprised looked really good because it's so opaque in person. I wasn't sure how this was going to look, and it just vamped out and looked really badass over black. So lots of things you might want to do with this one. Patch things up, I wasn't surprised. Foils and these stronger, larger particle shimmers will forever look good and forever be versatile. So I think you can get really adventurous with the foils in this collection. I Can't De-Cider is fantastic. I think you can do quite a bit with this. Dark grays, blacks, and just deeper colors are really going to pop the best. Go Big or Gourd Home is very much like Patch Things Up. Like I previously stated, foils look good. I think this is going to be wonderful over blues, and you might even try contrasting bases like an orange. Ripped Apart and Let the Beet Drop. Both of these can absolutely be used as toppers. ready to throw down. So I think we learned on my BCA video that magnetics look really cool over black. So there's a lot that you can do here. I think even a deep jewel toned purple would pop really well with that base color too. And Along for the Ride looks fantastic. This took on more of a purpley glow in person. I know the video makes it look a touch on the dark side, but please note it is really lovely in person. More obvious. And then last but not least, let the Beet Drop. You just want to be really careful with the base that you're going to choose, but I do think they topper really well. I personally wouldn't go too contrasting. So fall is here even for us in the South, and it just kind of blew open the door. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I guess KBShimmer was like, hey, fall's gonna be here no matter what. So the official drop date for this collection is September 15th. It will be on KBShimmer's website and the affiliates too. And if you did not know, KBShimmer is also available on Amazon. I recently found that out. All of the information, including where to find, in the description box below. PS International friends, you guys are taken care of too. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Make sure to shut those doors. And as always, thank you so much for watching.